murder-for-hire plot against Khalistani separatist Gurpatwant Singh Pannun in New York has pleaded guilty in a Manhattan federal court. Pannun is wanted in India on terror charges, and the US officials have linked the case to New Delhi, claiming without providing any sort of evidence that Gupta worked at the directions of the Indian government employee. Gupta has now admitted to 3 criminal charges, is what we're learning. One is murder for hire, conspiracy to commit murder for hire, and conspiracy to commit money laundering as well before the US magistrate. The charges carry a combined maximum sentence of 40 years in prison. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Bhavtosh, who's been tracking all the details. Bhavtosh, good morning. Tell us about who Nikhil Gupta is and what the allegations against him are.
Good morning, Akashna. As far as the charges are concerned, the charges are very serious. Nikhil Gupta is a Delhi-based businessman. He was already facing drug charges in Delhi, and according to the indictment order that was filed by the FBI in a federal court in South New York, the charges were that Aman, who first identified himself as Aman, later identified as Vikas Yadav, he in fact told him that all his drug cases will be dropped if he help him in killing Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, who is a designated terrorist. Nikhil Gupta then subsequently got in touch with his own sources and said that around $15,000 will be paid as one-time installment if they can kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, and he shared coordinates about Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, who was in fact staying in Bronx area of New York. Now, this was the planning that was done, in which wire transfer of around $10,000 was done. When he was in fact in Prague in June 2023, he was in fact arrested by the Czech police and then subsequently deported to New York. He was initially, in fact, he denied all the charges, but yesterday, in a dramatic turn of events, he pleaded guilty. Now, the maximum sentence that he could face is around 40 years, but what officials are saying that since he has entered into a plea bargain, he could face anywhere between 21 years to 24 years. But in a statement that has now been issued by the Department of Justice, they have said that he was hired by an Indian government employee to assassinate a US citizen. They have not named Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, but it's more or less clear that he is the individual who they wanted to kill. But MEA in Indian government has said that Vikas Yadav is a rogue agent. Importantly, Vikas Yadav was arrested in November 2023 for abduction of a Delhi businessman. He spent around 4 months in a prison and is presently out on bail.
All right, so the plot to kill Khalistani terrorists had led to a uproar in the United States. Remember that time, without any proof, the country has said that Gupta worked at the direction of the Indian government. So it remains to be seen how this pans out. Thanks so much, Bhavtosh, for getting us all these details. And back in the country, the politics has started over the entire case. TMC MP Sagarika Ghosh has posted on social media. She's targeted the Modi government, calling this a global embarrassment and claiming that there's a plot to target Pannun. She also questioned whether encounters were being exported, triggering a political storm. So back in India, in fact, the politics has started over this entire matter. War of words has now intensified. Let me take you through what Sagarika Ghosh, and she's from the TMC, has posted on social media. She has said, and I quote, "Huge global embarrassment for Narendra Modi government. Nikhil Gupta pleads guilty to working with Indian government employee to murder Gurpatwant Singh Pannun on US soil in New York. Are encounter killings now being exported from Gujarat to New York?" is a question she's asked, ending with Vishwaguru indeed. So this is a big attack by the TMC party. For more on this, let me go across to my colleague Rishabh, who's been tracking all the details. Rishabh, back in India, the politics has started over the entire matter. This charge has come in from the TMC MP, and she's saying that this is a global embarrassment. And this comes in the backdrop of the allegations that were made by the United States without any proof that the plot to murder was done with the collusion with the Indian government. Take us through the details and the politics.
Well, there are two things here. First, Indian government has never really accepted that Nikhil Gupta worked for the government of India or agents of government. And as of now, what we're given to understand that this case is a sub judice in this case, and it will take some time for the case to further get into more details. As of now, yes, he is said to be Indian national. Government of India say that it does not have any connection with the said person, and the government clearly says that it is not India's policy that to have a transnational killing or attempt assassination. So we do not have anything to do with Mr. Gupta.
Absolutely, and that's a big charge that is coming from the TMC at a time when Nikhil Gupta, a businessman from Delhi, has pleaded guilty to the charges. He has pleaded guilty to 3 charges. We're learning that back in the country, TMC MP Sagarika Ghosh has called this a huge global embarrassment for the country. She has said that Nikhil Gupta pleads guilty to working with the Indian government employee, also asking are encounter killings now being exported from Gujarat to New York. So it remains to be seen what the BJP has to say on that. But coming to you, Rishabh, once again, we were discussing about the charge that the United States had made. They had said that, in fact, the plot to murder was done in collusion with the Indian government. Take us through how, in the last few years, Indian government has countered that claim. All right. We'll try and reconnect that line with my colleague, but that is a big claim that is coming from the TMC. Let me go across to R. Rajagopalan. Thank you so much, sir, for connecting with us. After Nikhil Gupta has pleaded guilty, now a big charge that is coming from the TMC. The MP has said that this is a big global embarrassment.
TMC has no other option but to criticize Narendra Modi government or Nikhil Gupta. TMC is also full of scams, and they are facing the elections. It's a political issue, and what Nikhil Gupta is saying is a legal issue. So therefore, politics and legality both have combined. My understanding is very simple. Sagarika Ghosh, though she is a very senior journalist, she should understand the nuances of the international relations also, plus the politics. But she is compelled to do that because Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress has taken a political standard. Whatever she has done is not in the taste of a proper parliamentarian.
Absolutely, and that's a big charge that is coming from the TMC, saying that this is a big global embarrassment, and also saying that as far as the charges are concerned, whether the encounter killing has been transferred to New York.